record on this computer. Happy Thursday, happy April. I'm so excited for everyone to be here tonight. Look at this screen of beauties. Oh, I'm so blessed to have all of you in my corner, all of you on my team. And for Tassis and Kayla, who always like to hop on with us. Thank you guys so much for being here tonight. We have some really exciting things to cover tonight. We have some new faces on the team, so I figured this would be a really good time to just go over the basics with building this business. There is really just actually four super important things to keep in mind when building this business, when wanting to get some success with this business. And it's all very simple stuff. And I just don't want people to think that it's complicated, because it's not. It's just showing up for your own journey and sharing about it, and then hoping that other people want to join you as well. So I wanted to just take a moment because we have some recognition on the slide here. If we will, oh, Melanie's iPhone's in the waiting room. There we go. That's why it wouldn't let me. Okay, you guys can see my screen here?
Yep.
Oh, there you go. Okay. Presenting the April E&E team call BODi partner basics training. Give it a second to load here because my computer is a dinosaur. One day I will spoil myself and get a new computer, but this one works and does the job for now. So we just roll with it. I'm gonna move this up here. That way I'm not looking down at you all the whole time. Okay, so I just wanted to kind of go over a little bit the leaders on the team currently. Your name and face could be up here one day if you sort of step into a leadership role. But these two girls beside me are Danielle and Ashley. They were the two ladies that went on the Success Club trip with me recently. We had an absolute blast and just made so many memories. Unfortunately, Ashley was in a completely different resort than us, but we made our way over there to visit her a few times while we were there. And that just goes to show how many people have success in this business, because that trip is literally about success and your success with this business. And it's just a reward. And they were able to block out 2 entire resorts for 2 weeks for all BODi partners. So just know that if you want to be on the beach one day, it is possible to come with us, and we all get a +1. So whenever one of us earns the trip, you also can take like your sister, your brother, your spouse, somebody in your downline, your parent, whoever you want to bring, you can bring as a +1, and that is a free +1 for the resort. And then you obviously have to pay for your flights, but they take care of all of your accommodations. So that is pretty cool, because it is a 5-star resort. Like, hands up if you can actually afford that right now in everyday life. Like, I cannot. And so it was really cool to just be with these ladies there. But I just want you guys to know that if you ever have questions and I'm for whatever reason away, you can always jump into the inboxes of Danielle or Ashley. Danielle has hit lifetime diamond rank, and Ashley, I'm going to talk a little bit more about Success Starter, but she has hit Success Starter, which is a huge deal. She also went to our annual coach summit and learned tons there. So both of them have very valuable things to share with you if you ever need anything at all. So please make sure that you know who your leaders are and know that you can be one of them if you step into that role. And then I just wanted to talk about some recognition. Woo-hoo! So you see a lot of faces on this board, and this was just super cool to make, because first of all, those 2 rank advancements are ladies on this call right now. So congratulations to Jenna and Cindy for both. Is it Cindy Doug? No, it's not.
No.
Wrong?
I was wondering why it said that.
Okay, why did I put that? Is it Cindy Houseman?
Yeah.
Is one of your IGs Cindy Doug? Is that what I got confused about? Okay.
I think so, yeah.
That's why I said that. Sorry about that. I will fix
I
that.
saw that and I'm like, huh?
That's not right. No, I just remember I'm so good at like remembering IG handles. And then I was like, I wrote it out, posted it, and then I said to myself, is that her last name or did I screw that up? So I'm sorry about that. That
That's
is
okay.
my bad. But also look at Danielle and Jenna sitting up there with me. And all of these other faces. So for those of you that aren't aware, we are actually partnered with Team Rise. So that's why Tassis and Kayla are on the call with us. We very much collaborate for coaching events. Courtney's team has always been sort of sister teams with my team. When I first started my coaching journey, Alyssa Pajos, who is now my downstairs neighbor, we all probably know of Alyssa. She was my upline, so she was right above my coach, and her and Courtney were business partners. So that's kind of how that whole situation came to be. And then weirdly enough, I moved out to the West Coast and became pretty close with majority of the people who I had met through that team and community. So we have all become like one big happy team. So these are our sisters within the company and within our organization, and you can totally interact with them as such, and they are always on the Zoom with us. So just know that these faces are a part of our team, but not in my downline. So that's kind of where it sort of is the separation there. But really cool to see all these faces. And like I said, with the slide before this, your name could totally be up here. We have Jenna up there. So good for you, Jenna. That was Jenna's first month in coaching, you guys. So like, can we just give her a friggin' hand? Because that is amazing, Jenna. You are doing great. Not only did she rank advanced, which I am going to talk about after this, but she also helped 3 people get started. So good for you, Jenna. I'm really proud of you. If anyone has anyone they want to shout out in the chat, you can go ahead. Yeah. So exciting. Okay. We are going to just get right into things here because as a coach or as a BODi partner, you need to have a strong reason why you decided to do this in order for it to make an impact on not just your life, but the ripple effect for it to impact someone else's life. So I want you guys to start there with your mission. I want you to get really specific on who you want to help. So probably somebody like you, right? Somebody who's similar to you, or maybe the girl you were before you started this. And write down your ideal client or coach and start showing up as that person, because you can't find those people without them seeing a glimmer of themselves in you. It is how we connect with others, right? Like usually when you connect with somebody, it's because you have something in common, whatever that may be. And from there, the connection sort of snowballs, right? I want to move over to vision because it's very, very important in this business. I am such a visionary, and Alan, my husband, thinks I'm nuts sometimes because I always think way outside of the box. But it benefits you so much in this business to really believe that that it's possible for you to accomplish insane things in your life, and that you don't have to be mediocre, you don't have to be average, you don't have to be middle class. Like you can be above that if you try. But so often we think that that's all there is to life, is just working our bones off and, coming home, sleeping, going to bed, waking up the next day and doing it all over again on repeat, rinse and repeat all the time. And I want you guys to really think about this. Like, where do you see yourself in 1 to 5 years if you go all in on this business? What would it feel like for you or your family to earn an extra 200 to 1,000, upwards to 5,000 a month? Like, could that really impact your family? I know right now with how the economy is, a supplementary income to your family could mean the world. It could help put groceries on your table. It can help put gas in your tank. So even small tangible goals are still important, right? Like even if you wish to just be able to get your nails done every month on BODi's dime, right? It's because you've helped someone, so you're able to do that. What kind of life do you want to live? Not the life you're living right now, but what kind of life would you love to live? And what has inspired you to want to show up for this business? So thinking about stuff like that, I'll let you guys kind of just write this down. And when we get off the call, you guys can kind of think about that for yourselves and allow it to mean something, right? And then with your values, like what values do you possess that you believe you can help others with? You know, it can be as far as just getting them started on a fitness journey, or do you think that you have some kind of leadership within you that you could help somebody also make an income from this? What parts of you do you think are kind of just hiding away, that you're worried about failure or you're worried about judgment, that you can just let out because you love what you do and you think that other people may love it too? I mean, like, look at this call. We have all these people hopping on an evening, random evening of the month, to learn about this business because they love it, right? So don't sell yourself short and don't think other people wouldn't want that as well, okay? Because it's so easy to have that mindset, but just thinking about what you could bring to those people will really help you as well. So start with your why. And then we're going to talk about your first job as a coach. Because our first and foremost job as a coach is to dive into your own wellness journey and share your progress, your highs and lows along the way. So not every day is going to look perfect, and we do not want to give the idea that this journey is perfect, right? There's going to be harder days in this journey. There's going to be days where you do not want to do it, and you do it anyways. Share those moments, you guys, because it's relatable, right? Nobody's perfect, and everyone has the days where they do not want to do it. And those will be your days where you can talk about Energize. I'm so glad I have my Energize, because without this, I don't think I could do this workout today. I'm really not feeling it, but thanks to my community and the group I'm a part of and this Energize, like all of that together helps me press play. You know, just finding meaning in those moments and allowing it to be something that brings more out of you so you can share more, right? Lean into the community. That's what we're here for. And be the best challenger in the group. This one's super important, because if you show up in the group like the star challenger in the group, you're already doing like the base work of being a coach. But if you're a coach and you're not showing up in the group, then you have to like take a step back and look, okay, well, how am I going to invite to this group if I don't even show up in it? Right? So just thinking about stuff like that, for sure, it will build your confidence in inviting to that group, because you know that you're one of the people that are in there most days showing up for it, right? Whether it just be that, hey, like I didn't get my workout done today. Showing up anyways, messy action, you guys, is better than no action at all. Messy action is doing it anyways, even if it's scary. It's doing it anyways, even if it's not perfect, right? And leading by example, consuming the supplements, like doing all the things that are going to allow you to be proof of the product. So these are some old transformations from when I did the 9-week control freak program, and the little circle kind of cuts me off here, but I want to kind of talk about taking before pictures, because even if you're somebody who's coming in here to gain muscle, or you just want to feel better about yourself, or you have a ton of weight that you're hoping to lose, no matter what it is, take the pictures, because this is going to be what helps you market the programs, because people will see your progress regardless, right? Even if you don't have like in your head right now, in your head, you could think, well, I don't even think that I need to like have a progress photo, or I don't think I need to have a transformation photo. It doesn't matter, because you still will, like, following these programs consistently, you will have progress to share, right? So if you don't take the pictures, you won't have the progress. And a lot of the times, if you don't take the pictures, you don't even see your progress every day, because you look at yourself in the mirror every day. You can't even see that there's any change, right? So my biggest suggestion is to stand in a well-lit area, wear something you're comfortable with. So like whether that be a swimsuit, whether that just be little shorts and a sports bra, whatever it may be, and take a front, side, and back view. Because when you finish your program, you can take a front, side, and back view, put them together, and I promise you, you will see some kind of results after finishing a program, right? And from there, you can always use those transformation photos to market the programs, right? And then, does anyone have questions so far? Am I going too fast? We good? Okay, we're going to talk about the first goals as a new coach because we already talked about Emerald on this call. And I want to explain a little bit about Emerald so that everyone is aware on how this works. So the first rank in the company is Emerald, and that's just you plus 2. So Cindy and Jenna both got 2 partners on this month. They were, I think, both PCs, or is one of them a coach? It doesn't really matter. They're both PCs. Okay. Doesn't matter whether it's a coach or a PC. So a PC is our preferred customer program. Either way, they're going to go into your office. Your first 2 people in your office will automatically get you to Emerald rank. Okay. After that, make sure you're talking with your coach if you're signing on more PCs and coaches, because as your uplines, we're supposed to teach you where people should be placed. And you only have 4 days to change people. So once you've hit your Emerald rank, make sure you're talking to your coach to figure out where the next person goes, because we know where they work best. But basically you want to get 2 active like business building coaches on either leg. So in your office, you're going to have like kind of like a tree. You're going to be at the top of the tree. Okay. On either side of the tree, you're going to have your 2 PCs or your 2 coaches that make you Emerald. If you can get 2 actual business building coaches under you, you are going to want them on separate legs. So on separate legs of that tree. What that's going to do is get you closer to the diamond rank. So the rank that April went today that we were all excited about, the rank that Ashley is pushing for right now, and with her mom at an Emerald rank, it gets her that much closer. So this business is basically built off of this Emerald scheme, I guess you could say. That's the worst way to say it, but it really is. You want to go Emerald, and then you want to go Emerald again, and then you want to teach your people to go Emerald as well. And that's how you continue to rank through this business, okay? This is also going to unlock the compensation plan, and it's going to make you eligible for weekly bonuses and recognition from corporate and your coach. So in the BODi Canada page, for example, Steph Rushinsky, the girl who went Emerald on April's team, she was shouted out publicly on our massive Canada Beach or BODi page, which is really cool, right? So you just get that like added layer of recognition. Then your coach will always do a shout out for you as well. And you get a little, I'll show you because it's right here. You get a little card in the mail. This might be branded a little bit differently now. This is the Team Beachbody one, but you get a little card in the mail. And you unlock the compensation plan. So you will get a $14 cycle bonus. This might not make much sense to you, but it all depends on like what kind of volume is going on in your account. And anytime your legs do something called cycling, which is a certain amount of volume in one leg and a certain amount of volume in another, you get a $14 cycle bonus. And that can be up to 100 times in a 1-week period. So you can have like a massive office below you and just be an Emerald coach and not a diamond coach or anything, and still make a massive bonus off that $14 cycle. Okay. Have I lost anyone there? It's confusing, but all you need to know is your first rank is 2 below you. So that's super easy to do. Does anyone have questions about that before I move forward? This is something you will learn along the way as well, but that's sort of the baseline of it. So good for you, Cindy and Jenna, for getting there. And we are going to talk about Success Club, which is my favorite, just because it keeps your ball rolling in your business, right? It's a very simple goal. It's not a requirement. It's a goal that everyone should be trying to hit every single month, okay? You're not going to be like revoked or anything if you don't. But the nice thing is, if you do hit these Success Club numbers, which is the sale of 3 to 5 total solution packs in a 1 month period, first of all, you get all of your points. So you'll get 2 Success Club points per total solution pack, get put into kind of like a piggy bank. And the more points you accumulate in that piggy bank go towards these free trips. So for example, I was able to pick the like higher end resort because of how many Success Club points I had. It was almost like money towards my trip, right? So you want to be like accumulating those points. I mean, you don't have to hit this every month, but even if you're accumulating points every month, it's very easy to add to that little piggy bank, right? The first time you ever hit Success Club, so 3 total solution packs, you'll be sent a BODi branded t-shirt and recognized by your coach and team. So that's another little fun thing that they do. But you have some requirements for this. So it must be from the beginning of the month till 11:59 p.m. Eastern, which is 10 p.m. Eastern Alberta time and 9 p.m. Eastern Pacific time. That is your cutoff for that month. And then it rolls into the next month. Fresh slate, all of your points are now gone and you're on to the next month, okay? You also need to do a 90 PV subscription order if you hit Success Club. So I want to talk about this a little bit because I never want anyone to feel like they need to be on a subscription. What I suggest to every single person that starts with me is to have their subscription at the very end of the month, something that comes out at the end of the month, so that if you haven't hit that goal, or if you don't think you're going to hit that goal and you're not due for any new product, you just cancel your subscription. You don't need to pay for it, okay? I don't want anyone to feel like you need to, but the nice thing is if you do sell 3 packs, it pays for your subscription, so you break even on your supplements, and then you get some commission on top of that. So it's a good way to get your supplements for free and a little bit more for yourself. And like I said on the bottom, these points help you earn the free trips. So yeah, 5 challenge packs. I always say that. That's what they used to be called. Now they're called total solution packs, but they were called challenge packs for my first like 3.5 years as a coach. So I'm always trying to switch how I say it, but those, once you hit diamond rank and you have the 5 total solution packs, you get free customers from BODi. So diamond rank is literally just 4 people on your little tree. Here's you, 4 people on your tree. 2 of those have hit emerald rank. Once you hit diamond and you hit a 5 sale month with your total solution packs, you will get free customers from BODi. So a lot of people go online and they'll just like sign up for BODi without like signing up with a coach. They'll just go on and get the membership. And from there, they actually have an option now if they want to be placed under a coach. If they click that button and you've hit diamond and you've hit the 5 Success Club 10 is what it's called. So the 5 challenge packs, total solution packs, in the 1 month period, they will give you like 5 free customers, which is really cool. It's just like they're just handing them to you. So not only are you making above and beyond what you need for your supplements, because that's another 2 packs, you're also getting the free customers. So that's kind of a cool goal to hit. I try to hit that myself every month. Sometimes I fall short, but it's always nice to get those free customers, right? Is there anything I'm missing here about Success Club? Oh, yes, there is. There's new ways to earn Success Club points. So once you have 125 PV of like product in your office from like your customers accumulatively, you will also earn 1 Success Club point. So you could easily sell 2 packs, for example, and then have a bunch of like pre-existing clients place a few orders, and all of that volume will accumulate into 1 Success Club point. And now you've hit Success Club that month because you only need the 5 points for that. Does that make sense? It's kind of confusing, but it just means that there's more ways. So they'll take a look at your volume and stuff coming in. So like your BOD renewals, the BODi renewals every month or every year, annually, you get your renewal. All of your pre-existing clients that have that, if you have like 3 people in 1 month all renewing at once, well, then you get your extra Success Club point. So that's kind of exciting, right? Just little things like that. And that's also why Success Club is important, because once you have those 3 people every single month, if you're pushing for that goal, well, then the following year in January, you'll have 3 renewals and you'll get the commission from that. February, you'll have 3 new renewals, you'll get the commission from that. And then whatever you're doing that month, the following year, you'll also, so it really accumulates over time. So for example, Morgan, let's see, Morgan's been doing this for, I want to say 6 or 7 years, right, Morgan?
Yeah, next month will be 6 years.
Crazy.
Yeah.
So every single month, Morgan has 6 years worth of renewals that come through for her. I mean, some people sometimes cancel their renewal, but for the most part, a lot of people stick with it. And so you got to think that that really adds up over time. And then whatever she decides to do that month in terms of sales of supplements, programs, solution packs also come in for a commission as well. So that's something to also keep in mind, because that helps a lot. And just having that benchmark in your business is so key, you guys. You don't have to hit it, but trying to hit it is really, it really helps keep your ball rolling and your fire lit. And you get lots of shout outs. So we get really excited when people hit Success Club. Success Starter. So this is something Ashley earned. I've had a few of my coaches earn this in the past. And it's in your first 6 months of coaching. You have to hit that same thing we were just talking about, Success Club, 3 times out of your first 6 months. So Jenna, you have already hit it once out of your first 6 months. So now all you need to do is hit it 2 more times. So I think you can do that because you're a rock star. You will be awarded with a free ticket to our annual Coach Summit. I think we're too late for this year's cutoff date, but it'll be for the 2024 one that they do, because I'm pretty sure it's in like 2 months. So whether you hit it now or within the next 6 months, you'll just get the ticket for the following year's Coach Summit. And Ashley's been to Coach Summit. Morgan's been there. Has anyone else been on, who's on the call, have been there? Maybe they can share a quick blurb about what they love about Summit if they have a chance to. Hi, Caleb. Does anyone want to talk? Where is Ash? Oh, there she is. Hi.
Summit is life-changing. If you go to Summit, you'll be sucked into BODi or BODi, and you won't want to leave. You're in a building with 26,000 people that are doing the same thing as you. And just seeing all the new things come out and sitting in an arena where everyone's cheering about something coming out and learning about new programs. And it's just unreal. I literally went by myself from our team, and I ended up making friends with 14 other girls from who are all from different teams. I've learned the last little while that they're all sister coaches. They're not even on the same team. They took me under their wing, and they just included me as if I was a part of their team. And where else do you go by yourself and you're just a part of something? Not many places.
Totally accepted, totally included. It's amazing, you guys. And Morgan, you went with like an actual team, so maybe you can share that experience too.
Yeah, I went with like some of the local coaches. I think there was 6 of us, plus we met two other girls that were through the team down in the States, and we stayed in an Airbnb. And it was so much fun. And yeah, like Ash said, you're in this giant stadium just filled with 26,000 people. You're just getting excited over new product launches and programs. And then you also go to general sessions during the day. So you get to hear from a lot of the top coaches in the business. And I think my first summit, well, I've only been to one in person, and then we've done local ones, but I think I took like 13 pages of notes just over 2 days of general sessions, just because there's so much value and knowledge just being shared, which is really cool. And I think it just really makes you realize how like big BODi is as a company and how many people lives have been changed through this company, which is really cool.
Thank you guys so much for sharing that. So I've actually never been to Summit. Every year there's something that comes up for me. For example, I was, I think, 2 months postpartum with BODi last year or something like that, which is like, it's insane. There's no way. It's just so hard to do that with a baby when you have another little one too. And the year before that, it was COVID. And the year before that, it was COVID. And then my first year coaching, I was like super broke on maternity leave. And I was like, I don't think I can afford to go. But I really want to go, and I'm planning to go this year. So, and whoever earns Success Starter moving forward will probably come with us the following year. But something that I will share that I didn't even want to share because it sucks that they took it off. But Ashley, when she hit Success Starter, she actually got to be a part of a test group for a brand new program. And they're actually cutting that off for Success Starters, which really sucks. That's why I didn't add it here. So the reason why they're doing that is because they're allowing, or they're inviting premier and elite coaches to be a part of the like podcast of the super blocks, which I think is super cool. Like you're literally behind the trainer during the entire program and you get to do it before anyone else. So I think what they wanted is for their like higher up coaches, top coaches, to earn those. I'm trying to figure out what else goes with Success Starter, but I did just want to say you will earn over $500 in commission if you sell those 9 challenge or total solution packs. So just be aware that on top of the massive recognition you will get from us, and at Summit, you get recognized at Summit for it. You'll also get recognized at our quarterly coaching events. Ashley was able to actually go up on stage at the Super Saturday in Calgary and talk about the test group. She got a little gift because of her Success Starter. She was able to stand up and we all gave her a hand. Like, it's tons of recognition, and it just starts your coaching journey on such a strong, solid foot. So definitely something to work towards for sure. And it's just amazing. Anyone who does it, I'm like, yes, girl, you did it. I didn't do it. So I'm being honest with you. I didn't even dive into coaching actually until like probably 5 months into my journey. I was too scared. I was like way too late to actually hit that. I don't know why. We'll talk more about that as we go on here, because it's very valid to feel that way. It's very valid to fear what other people think of you and social media and everything, which is why we're going to talk about social media a little bit, because I feel like this is a big one for a lot of people, especially when they aren't very active on social media to begin with. Just know that I wasn't very active on social media before I started this either. And you don't have to just be like not active at all and then like fully active. You can like work your way into it. And it can start small and just kind of snowball. But my biggest tips with social media is to just be consistent with it. So build the trust with your following by showing up consistently and authentically. So make it your goal to have like 3 to 5 story posts a day in the beginning. 2 of them, and only 2 of them. Because I know how easy it is to only post about your workouts or repost other people tagging you. But I only want 2 of those to be about your workout or your supplements. I want the other 3 to be about what you're doing in your daily life. You might think your life is boring, but people love that shit. Like when I time lapse that I'm cleaning my kitchen, you have no idea how many people like that. It's really weird, but people like to see you being a regular person. It makes it relatable, right? It's okay. Oh, look, I have a typo here. It's okay to be human. It's relatable. Share things when things are going well. Share when you're having an off day. Share it all. Because what that's going to do is show people and give them the confidence like, Oh, well, Tassis has bad days. Her son just broke his femur and was in the hospital, and her daughter's at a cheer competition. And oh my God, look at her. She's still showing up for her workouts. Like, good for you, Tassis. And then you look at it and it's like, if Tassis can do this, why can't I? Right. But if you're not sharing those parts of you, how would anyone know? Right? How would anyone be inspired? Do you know how inspired I am by Tassis right now? Because of that, like, she's been in and out of the hospital. Her son broke his leg for the second time, and her daughter has been at like an actual cheer competition all throughout this. And what is this girl doing? She's still showing up with her dance party and her workout, and it's just like, that just goes to show, people look at Tassis and be like, frick, if she can do this, what am I doing? Right? So make sure you're sharing those parts of you, even if it sometimes seems boring. It's inspiring, okay? And then share the parts of you that make you you. So find your brand, you guys. Find like 5 things that make you you. You know, I know for Morgan, she's a mom to be, so she can share about like pregnancy things. She's a dog mom to 2, right? She works in an office. Like, if she shares about things that are her, she's gonna find more people like her, right? And the same way to like go looking for your people, you guys, what I do is I find an account that's like me. So if I come across an account and it's like this like fit boy mama with like, I don't know, just like random things that kind of correlate to sort of what my vibe is, I'll actually go to the people who follow that person, and I'll click on their followers and I'll do a follow spree from there. Because in my head, if they follow this person, they might like my content too, right? So in the same sense, try to be finding your people as well. And this is going to help you find and attract the people in our wellness collective that you vibe with, because that's so important. You don't want to work with somebody that's nothing like you guys. I promise it'll just be a headache, because you'll have a hard time actually having a full connection with them, right? You want to have that like connection where they can come to you with anything and you can come to them and be a real person and not feel so business all the time, right? And then, like I said, use the criteria of 3 to 5 story posts a day. Start there. And I'm telling you, that's small to start there. You have seen the stories, you guys, where there's like the little tiny dots at the very top because they just share all day long. And I've had stories like that before, but it doesn't need to be that way. Keep it nice and simple in the beginning, okay? Is everyone good with that? This is more about stories. And now I'm going to talk a little bit about posts and reels. And Ashley, I used your summit picture here. So posts and reels are your opportunity to engage with a wider audience. Why? Because you can end up on the explore page. One thing I will say as I'm talking about the explore page, if your page is private and if you are comfortable with it, you should go public, because you will be found by more people that way, right? I want to tell you guys that 4 years into this journey, very rarely does somebody that I actually know in real life sign up with me. And I hit Success Club every month, and it's all from random people who have found my page, have vibed with my stuff and like my journey and want to work with me. And it will end up being like that. In the beginning, it's going to just be mostly your warm market. While you're finding your footing and your confidence, it's going to be like your sister, your mom, your best friend, your coworker. You know, it's going to be people within your circle that will probably sign up with you. But 4 years into the biz, do you think I have much warm market left? No. Like, if they wanted to sign up with me, they would have 2 years ago, right? Like, very rarely. I had someone actually sign up with me recently who I've known since junior high. I think some of you who are in my accountability chat saw that. And she's been watching me for 4 years and she's finally ready, right? So you will have the odd person that out of nowhere is like, okay, I'm done, I'm ready for this. But for the most part, It is random people. And that's a good thing, you guys. It means you're doing your job as a social media marketer, right? So this is where you can share about your transformations on your posts, the community. You can do a community post like this one that I'm sharing here. Your why, so what we were talking about in the beginning, something inspiring, so like just a random picture and then like an inspiring quote under it, or talking to the girl you were before you were a coach and who you are now. Those are really fun transformation type of posts. Or you can just post something with no relation to wellness or goals/business at all. Meaning, don't just post about your fitness journey, post about other things as well. You know, you can have very relatable, inspiring reels every single day, but try to add in, if you're a mom, try to make a reel about being a mom or relatable motherhood or things like that, because that's also going to drive your audience into like, oh, another relatable thing, right? For my biggest tips for photos is to use very good lighting. So natural light is probably the best bet. If you have a ring light, that's really good. Try not to, guys, take content at night. I'm just saying this from experience because that used to be my jam. I used to like wait till my kid was asleep for the night and I'd do my content at night. It doesn't show nicely on your feed. You want like bright, crisp, colorful photos on your feed, eye-catching, right? Keep the background of your photos. That's why I was like, oh, don't ruin my mess, because I don't like, you know, keep the clutter off your photos. Try to use like a blank wall if you can, or, you know, if you're in your living space, make sure, you know, all of the stuff's kind of put away. I know it sounds curated, but it just makes it more eye drawing, right? It's scroll stopping. You guys will scroll, we all do the scroll, and you're just gonna scroll past posts like that are dark and don't really have much to really see, right? So make them eye-catching. If you are uploading a reel, which I don't know, is maybe type in the chat. Oh, there's chats going up every day. Oh, sorry, I haven't even seen any of these chats. We also can't share your posts if you're private. Yes, Mel, we can't reshare you if you're private. Do you ever worry about going public? It kind of depends. Like, I don't worry about it, but if you are worried about it, and you'd like to, for example, don't want your son publicly and only want to like I would maybe make a separate account where like your son's nowhere to be found on it. I don't always suggest that because like, I feel like you could build your following way faster with your like main account, but you can always do that if that's something that you'd be more comfortable with, and just share like more of your fitness and other parts of you, or like the back of his head, for example, if you don't want his face on like that account that's public. So just like keep in mind if that's like or if you're just uncomfortable with the whole idea, you don't have to do it. But I just find that you will be found by more people that way, in a good way, right? Like I've had some people really struggle with this. And actually I like earlier on or late last month, somebody made a fake account about me, which Morgan has had happen to her a few times. And that's never happened to me. And I've never been the kind of person that gets much like negative comments or like creepy comments. I don't know why. I had like a few like creepy things on my dances, and I'll be like, you know, I do these for my girls. Like, I'm married, off you go. But other than that, I've actually had a lot of success with a public page, sharing my kids, etc. But that doesn't mean that I'm telling you to do that. If you don't want to do that, you don't have to. Don't do anything you're not comfortable with, you guys, right? Like, we will be always pushing your comfort zones in a good way in this business, but things like that, if that's sacred to you, don't worry about it, right? But that is definitely a tip of mine for sure. if you're uploading a reel, try and find a cover photo that will work for your profile. So be intentional. I wonder if do you guys all have your phones out? Because if you can go to my page and then go to Danielle's page, you'll see that everything kind of looks cohesive, right? Like it's all very bright, eye-catching, that first 6 squares. So you know how you can pin posts to the top? You can be intentional about that and the placement of them. And then if you want everything to kind of have a cohesive look, you can get, why am I calling it a filter or overlay? What's the actual word for it? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Preset.
Thank you. I was like trying to think of what it's called, but you can go on Etsy and like purchase like a $2 preset. And what that's going to do is you'll basically paste that preset onto your photo. And actually, I'll try to show you the difference here so you can see what I mean. So I just go through Lightroom and I've purchased an Etsy preset. And this is my photo with the preset, the one that I took or uploaded today. And then if you just hold it down, it'll show you what the actual photo looks like. So it doesn't change the photo, it just brightens the colors. Do you see how different it is? But then I put that exact same preset on all of my photos. So all of my photos have like the similar colors of green, the similar colors of red, they're all like the same shade. And I find that to be very helpful for like an eye-catching page. You can go to Danielle's page as well. She's really good with presets, more just like planning out her content and her page. I'm not sure if Danielle even uses a preset anymore. But either way, you can see that like it's all very eye-catching. I know we were just in Mexico, but it usually looks like this anyways. Do you know? Because she always takes her photos in natural light and make sure that it all just works for her page. So keep that in mind. Like I said, and like you'll see here, your Instagram page is your storefront. So be open for business, have your lights on, make sure that when people find your page, they see that you have something to offer. And usually that'll be in your first 6 squares, right? So make them be eye-catching, make your first or your 3 pinned posts at the top your best posts, right? Those are my tips for you. When it comes to reels, I might actually do like a whole little training on reels because there's a lot to reels. But for those of you who have never done a reel, can you put in the chat that you've never even uploaded a reel before? Just so that I know, show of hands. Of people who are confused about it. So reels are actually easy once you get the hang of them, but they can be kind of finicky. It's very similar to a regular post, but it takes a little bit more strategy. You can add music, you can add short clips, you can add pictures and then a video and then a picture and then a video. You can just do pictures, but it'll do like a kind of like a slideshow. So if you are making your first reel and you are having troubles with that, you can jump into my inbox. You can jump into Danielle, Ashley, Tassis. Morgan, we've all made reels. Morgan it took her like 5 years to get her reels, but she finally got them.
So dumb.
I don't know what that was about, but yeah, Morgan didn't have reels forever. Like everyone had reels for like 2 whole years. And then finally was it that your phone updated or?
I don't know. It was just one day I went on Instagram and I could access reels.
So weird. So yeah, if you guys ever need help with reels, we can help you with that. I don't mind at all. It's really fun to do. And they're just another way to get engagement, right? So you can see your views on them. You can be on the explore page more often if you use reels, which is how you also get discovered. So hopefully that all makes sense. Super simple stuff, guys. Just keep it so simple. Don't overcomplicate it. It doesn't need to be this long-winded caption. Sometimes you can really shorten what you want to say in like 3 or 4 sentences. Sometimes you have a lot to say and it will be a long caption, and that's okay too. Also hashtags, if you want to throw some hashtags on your post, that can sometimes bring some attention and traction your way. Things that relate to you, like for Ash, it would be hashtag girl mom, hashtag single mom, hashtag body coach, hashtag we are BODi, you know, just like random things that sort of relate to you that will just sift people your way that are like you, right? And then I put at the bottom here that it should be a goal to be, I'm going to challenge you guys to do this because it's important. Do this 3 times a week. So whether that be that you're posting to your actual feed with a static post with just a picture 3 times a week, or you're doing 2 reels in a post, or you're doing 1 reel and 2 posts, whatever it may be, start with it 3 times a week. I know that sounds scary to people who don't post at all, but it's better than saying every day, which is what I was trained to do. So 3 times a week gets your ball rolling in the right direction, gets your habit building there, and it may just snowball from there, right? So I hope that helps. Let's talk about the promotion because this is exciting. I unfortunately do not qualify for this promotion, so I hope you guys all work your butts off for it because it is only for 1-star and below coaches, and I'm a lifetime 2-star. So everyone on this call can be eligible for this promotion, and because it's paid in US dollars, it's quite a bit more for Canadians. It's more like $650, almost 700 that you would get from this bonus alone. So between now and the end of June, the first 2,000 coaches. So there's a bit of a time sensitivity here. The faster you can get those 10 packs sold, you guys, the faster you will get that promotion. Now, because it's 1-star and below coaches, that does help you quite a bit because they did the first 2,000. Try not to wait till the end of June to hit this promotion, you guys. If you can get those 10 people signed up this month or middle of next month, you will more than likely earn that $500. Okay. On top of that, that's just a bonus, right? You're going to get about $60 commission every time you sell one of the packs. So that also helps on top of that, right? So altogether, you could earn about almost $2,000 Canadian from now till the end of June. So work for that, you guys. I put 3 little blurbs here. Need, find 10 people. So I'm going to suggest to you all, and this is getting very old school, but I think it will really help, especially for this promotion. I don't usually suggest this, but when it's, I want my girls to earn this and I want you guys to get these bonuses, right? So write down 20 people. That's going to freak everyone out. But 20 people means that you have a 50-50 chance of somebody saying yes or no. And don't just be like, hey girl, you want to jump into my boot camp? Use that 20-person list to just connect. Find the 20 people you want to connect with, whether that be like your warm market and your sisters, your coworkers, whatever it may be. And then maybe 5 connections you've built online, and just like open up that connection a little bit. If it's if it's someone you know very well, be like, hey, I'm trying to hit this promotion. People in Arbonne do this all the freaking time, you guys. I'm trying to hit a promotion. Anything helps. Da 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 da. Do you need lip balm? Do you need this? Do you need, you guys can do this too. You don't need to be like on your stories doing this, but to like your friends and family, you can totally ask, like, hey, have you ever been interested in the programs that I do from home? Would you have interest in helping me hit a promotion so I can sign you up with my programs? Right? It's as simple as that. On top of that, though, to earn extra money, that is the want. We all want more money, you guys. Think about the times we're living in right now. I can't even go to the grocery store without it costing me over $100 for like 2-3 days worth of stuff. life is not getting any cheaper. So we all want that extra money. You know, like I know for some people, they're on maternity leave and that money could mean a lot to them, right? I know for other people, they're just going into their maternity leave and that could mean a lot to them too, right? Like it's, you guys, this is money that like, they're just giving to you for helping 10 people. So try to work for it, right? I talked about the desire here a little bit to add more people to our community, right? You can't go into these conversations with people with the promotion in mind. Okay? Go into these conversations with people with the person you were before you said yes to this in mind. The people are going to want what you have if you present it to them in a way that it's, I want to help you, right? This is how much it's helped me. This is how much of an impact this community, these supplements, these programs have made on me, right? Go into it with heart, and I promise you, you'll get that back, right? So I just want to give you guys a little bit of belief there. And I have one more little reminder. Share your light with the world. There is no one like you, and that is your superpower. We all have special gifts. And I want to say that because I'm going to stop the share here just so I can see all your faces while I talk about this. I never thought, I might get emotional here, but I never thought that there was like anything special about me. And I'm saying this because like from the bottom of my heart, I didn't feel that way when I started this, right? But learning leadership and finding confidence in my leadership and having recognition and helping people on their journey and people sending me their results and people telling me that I inspire them, like it has given me so much purpose and it makes me want to wake up every day and share that, right? Don't hide those parts of you, you guys. They're in there. And if you're feeling confident enough to let little spurts of it out, let that girl out. I almost said bitch, but let that bitch out. You know what I mean? Because she's in there. And we are all wildly capable of reaching these goals. These are super easy goals, you guys. Helping 2 people to promote. Well, now you're 2 steps closer to Success Club. Helping 1 more person, there's my Success Club. Doing that 3 more times, there's my Success Starter. Doing that 1 more time, there is my, whatever it's called, bonus. Right? It's really just keeping that ball and that momentum going. So I hope that was helpful for all of you guys. I will open it up for any questions that anyone may have about anything I talked about, or if I didn't talk about something that you wish I would have covered, that you're struggling with, feel free to talk, because Lord knows I'm sure you're done listening to me. I would love to hear from you guys, though, if you have anything you want to share. Let me have a look at the chat here. Oh, yes, Mel. Hold on a second. But, oh my God, me too. This is taking me back. Oh, you made a 100 list? I love that, Mel. Yay. I remember doing these lists. Yes, do the lists, you guys. And like sometimes you'll get so far into it that you're like, I don't even know who to put on the list. There's always somebody to help, you guys. Always somebody to help. Even on the plane on the way home, Danielle's showing me someone. I'm like, have you invited her? And what did she do? She actually reached out to her after I said that. So like, you don't even think about it sometimes, right? What were you going to say, Ash?
The other night, I was literally just sending messages off, and literally the next morning, somebody said yes. I sent her a cart, and she literally processed it. So I've never met this girl in my life. So it takes just asking. You can ask. I think I just messaged 20 people, and 1 person said yes, and literally processed her cart the next morning.
Yes, and that's crazy. I was here doing BODi's birthday. I was hosting BODi's birthday party. And while I was getting a few things prepped, I got a DM from somebody I've never even interacted with once, you guys. Like, I didn't even know that they followed me, nothing. And she was like, hey, I have an inactive coach and I've been watching you for a while and I'd really like you to be my coach. And I was like, oh, hi, nice to meet you. It was just so nice, right? Like, you don't even realize the impact you make on perfect strangers because they see you doing this, right? On Tassus just had the same thing happen. They see us and they want to be a part of what we have because what we have is something special. We have this incredible community. Like, look at this group here, even, you know, look at that board. Like, things are really starting to pick up pace. And I know that we're all so capable of doing it. We're also capable of showing up for our own journeys, sharing it, and sharing that love with other people, right? So I don't know, Danielle, do you want to add anything? Did I miss anything?
No, I don't think you missed anything, but I did want to say that I'm happy and proud of everybody that showed up tonight. A lot of you do know, but a lot of you, maybe the newer ones, don't know that Paige doesn't have her own like upline. So a lot of like the nuggets and info that she's sharing with all of us comes from things that she's kind of taught herself. So calls like this are so important to jump on because she doesn't have calls to jump on herself, or she didn't have an upline to kind of teach her. So I'm glad that everybody kind of showed up for this call and all of the future calls. I think that it's really important for you guys to show up because what she has to offer is really important.
Oh, I love you. Thank you, girl.
Thank you.
Can we take a quick boomerang? Is there anything anyone else wants to say before we hop off?
Everyone should be a page to somebody else.
Amen.
Paige, when do you do these? Every what?
Every first Thursday of every month. So
Okay.
this month was more about like basic training because we do have some newer faces and some faces that want to jump in. But next month, I'll probably do a little bit of a different kind of training so we can kind of go deeper into things, deeper into the compensation plan and that kind of stuff. But I just wanted to go over the basics. And how did that feel for everyone? Give me a wave if like we're kind of on the same page
Perfect.
about things. Yeah.
That was
Okay, good. Because, and obviously like my inbox is always open. So if anything I went over tonight, you're unsure about, just message me, message Ash, message Danielle, and we got you. Okay. I am gonna have to do it without a filter because my phone for some reason doesn't like filters. I'm gonna say, oh, you ready? One, 2, 3.
Cheese.
Oh, I love you guys. I hope you have a really good night. And we will obviously chat tomorrow because that's what we do. Oh my gosh, Jenna, I'm sorry. I took up your friggin' whole night. Hopefully your little boy doesn't wake up. I hope it was worth it.
It was totally worth it, but I'm sitting
Oh.
here like yawning and I'm like, oh, I hope they don't think I think this is boring. I'm just so
Not at all, not at all. Aw, well, have a good night, you
Oh my
guys.
gosh.
Thank you so much for
Night,
showing up
night.
tonight.
Bye, you guys.
Bye.
See you soon.
Bye.